Okay, so I can talk to you, right? I mean, considering the level of anonymity that you and I share, me being the uploader, you as the viewer, chances are you might be watching this the day after I recorded it, or you might be watching it a year or two down the line after I recorded it. Regardless, the barrier between viewer and uploader remains fairly thick between us. So I feel like maybe if I told you stuff, you would really not really have any sort of relative knowledge of that, because you don't know me, I don't know you, so I'm just gonna tell you whatever the hell is on my mind and not really even care. God, there are so many things in my life that are just annoying me so bad. It's not even like a minor annoyance, it's like they are getting in the way of my quality of life. Like, I'm seriously just hating life right now, and I don't know why. I mean, I'm kind of unhappy with myself, but not in like such a terrible sense, in just having solace in the fact that, god damn it, having solace in the fact that things will get better in time. There's no doubt about it. It's just the time seems so slow right now, and I don't really even know how to go around explaining it, other than it's kind of a mental issue as well as somewhat physical, but the mental part kind of goes into it more so than the physical. I mean, I'm tired all of the time. No matter how much sleep I get, I can't get any rest. I can't feel well at all. It's every day I wake up, I'm feeling tired, I'm feeling bored. I just don't want to do anything with my life. I've been writing a review. It's been taking almost a month at this point to write something, and I went ahead and recorded it and everything. It's going to be one of those like video game reviews, but it's more like like an analysis of the sort. It's more like an analyzation of the game and what it does, why it does it, and why I enjoy it. And I can't get any motivation to finish it. It's almost done. I can't be satisfied with anything I've done, which is, if you guys haven't noticed, a reason why there hasn't been as many videos lately. Now, when I started doing Resident Evil Revelations, there was kind of a lot of videos going up. Like, I would have at least one a day. There's even like a time when I did 1 or 2 a day, and when BioShock was still going. But that's because I finished them all relatively quickly. Now I don't even feel like recording anything. I went ahead and recorded some stuff for April Fools, but it's like, even then it took like so much goddamn motivation. It's like, well, I kind of half-assed it last year because I didn't continue Superman 64, and I just started doing Sonic Next Gen without even really going over. I haven't even watched that video since I recorded it, and I'm kind of glad I didn't, because I knew that was going to be such a terrible video. I don't care what you guys think about it. If you guys think it's funny, that's cool, but I felt like now I could have made it so much better. But it's just it's so annoying, and fucking just the people in my life are just unbelievably goddamn. I'm being held back by so much goddamn bullshit. It's not even funny. Okay, so I've been trying to move out of my house for a while, so I've been saving money. I get $300 a week doing an incredibly labor-intensive job, manual labor, and it's so annoying because I'm so tired from working. I can't, I keep getting fucked everywhere I go. I fucking messed up 2 people trying to order alcohol who, in my defense, looked old enough to buy it, okay? So if you guys don't know, if you're in a grocery store, the person has to look over 30, or otherwise you do have to card them, and it's just such an inconvenience for somebody who looks like they are clearly able to buy alcohol or tobacco to card them. It's so inconvenient. I hate having to ask people, because if they don't have an ID that I can use, then I have to turn them down. And that's kind of like a rule that I've made for myself now, like recently, after fucking up twice, because in the third one, our store might lose its license to sell liquor, which I don't want to be the cause of, since that's like 30% of our revenue. I would be getting in a hell of a lot of trouble. And the company that's doing it, they aren't even in charge of that. They're just like their own, what is that, their individual, yes, I got a one. They're their own individual company, which means that they can't do anything, but they can talk to the people who can and kind of be like, well, these guys don't ask their alcohol. I did it twice in the span of 2 months. I fucked up twice, and it's so annoying because the people looked clearly over 30, but they're like, meh, 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 meh. And considering the rules, I was supposed to get like a quote-unquote vacation. I'm supposed to go on leave for like, I think 3 or 4 days following the second offense within 6 months of the first offense. And since it happened within 2 months, nothing has happened so far, which kind of concerns me because they were making such a huge deal about it. And so I wrote up this really nice paper on why I kind of did not ID the person. And the reason I didn't is because they're a person who are under the WIC program, which if you guys don't know what that is, Oof, I thought I was gonna die there. The WIC is Women, Infant, and Children, kind of like a government, it's not welfare, but it's government money for women, infant, and children, for people who are having a little bit of trouble with their stuff. And actually, I want to see something real quick, because there's a maximum tomato in here somewhere. So one of the ladies that I usually see doing that, you have to see their ID in order to kind of show that the papers they have are indeed correct for their WIC checks. And so is this lady that I see often, and she just comes in with a bottle of fucking, not even that, like a 6-pack of third shift, I think that's what it's called. And I was like, okay, this is kind of a long story. The lady before her, she was a girl, she was talking to me about this play that they were doing. Like, there's gonna be like a playwright contest. There's gonna be 6 people writing 30-minute plays, and what they did is kind of a competition. Who could write the best play, basically? And I was like, oh yeah, that sounds really interesting. She was getting really into it. She seemed really excited in talking about that. So we were talking. I was kind of in a good mood after that, okay? And that carried over onto the next conversation, which was our WIC lady. And I'm kind of cheerful at this point. If you guys know, I'm not very much like a happy, cheerful person, but I was talking to her and I was like, oh, how's it going? Are you having a nice day and such? I don't usually engage a customer like that. Like, I don't flat out ignore them, but I just don't really go into much detail. Most of the time I'm talking to them, it's mostly the same conversations. So I go to her, I'm like, oh, are you having a nice day today? And she's like, she didn't even answer me. She didn't even fucking acknowledge me. So that immediately just kind of like turned me off. So I was like, I just scanned it, put in the fake number. We're supposed to put in an age number. And so I go up and I'm like, okay, there. Do you want this in a bag? She's like, or did you find everything okay? I said something. And she's like, yeah. And then she hands me this fucking red card and walks off so fucking pretentiously. And I was like, God damn it. The red card basically says, you must show this to your employer within 24 hours of receiving this card, or you're gonna get disciplinary action. It's like, well, fuck you. Who's calling me? Oh my God, stop it. I'm trying to tell a story here. And so that was fucking bullshit. And so I go write up this really nice fucking paper in my defense, and they have said nothing since. And because of that, I kind of requested, because having started the dairy position almost a year ago, I started in the beginning of July. That's also when I started doing my cashier/checking routine. 40 hours a day, or 40 hours a week, 5 days a week, and pretty much by myself. And it's such bullshit, because that's immediately where I started. I didn't even get like eased into it. I just went straight into it. The first day that I was checking, I remember July 3rd, 2012. That was that was like the second day. And I get right off the bat an 11-hour checking shift the day before the 4th of July, and that was irritating as fuck. So, not only that, but since I'm the manager of a department, I am entitled to 1 or 2 people for help. The last time, all the other dairy people had quit by the time I had started, so I was pretty much the only one, and I had to get someone from start. And so the backup they gave me just right off the bat was the frozen manager. And it's, when you say frozen manager, you think it's this old-ish lady. She's like in her 50s or something. And she's just fucking, I can't really stand her that much, and she's still doing it today. She didn't even want to do it in the first place. And I asked them, like a week after that, when we can get a replacement for somebody who actually wants to be there, who wants to learn, who actually wants to put in the time and effort to fucking do the job the way I need it to be done. It's not a matter of how I want it to be done, it's a matter of how it needs to be done. So, both of which she lacks, and she, like, it's so annoying because she doesn't even fucking care. Like, there's this day where we had to do inventory. The dairy department only has to do inventory twice a year. And, you know, the one time, I did it the first time, but then the second time in the year, she had to do it. And, of course, it took her fucking 5 million years to count everything, so she didn't write an order. We have an order that goes out every day for things, and she didn't write a fucking order, which really is annoying because we were left without a department, basically, because if you just fuck up one day, then that is terrible in itself. God damn, I keep getting worse on these things. And so that was really goddamn annoying because I had to play catch up pretty much, and also they only give me 5 hours to do my job, and then I gotta go check. But after the whole fiasco with me failing the whole liquor checking thing, I kind of got that cut back a little bit. Hey, Meta Knight, how's it going, buddy? So after that, she's still working in my department, and then they gave me this other girl who is kind of a creepy, kind of a younger. She's like almost my age. Like one of the first days I saw her, like she was a courtesy clerk, and apparently I went to high school with her because she said, like, hey, are you that kid who always used to wear that Bright Eye shirt? I was like, Yeah, that's kind of my trademark because I did used to always wear a bright shirt, but I also saw her wearing the same one, which kind of annoyed me because I was rocking that thing like my entire high school career, and yet there she was wearing it. And so that was kind of, but she's just weird because she would do this thing where if an item was double-faced, you know how you're supposed to get, you know, stack them or whatever, you know, above the tag, but she does it to the side of the tag, like the left side of the tag, which doesn't make any sense why you do the left side of the tag. So I don't know why she does that, but she still does that. And okay, if you guys didn't notice, sorry, I'm not talking about the game at all. Here we've got the throw ability, which is actually really good for this section here, except we're gonna get all this nonsense taken care of, because I just like talking about my life so much. I'm surprised I'm actually doing this well right now. I'm just kind of in rant mode right now, sans the Chuck Palahniuk. If you guys have ever read that book, I highly recommend it. Go read it. It's a very good read. Probably my favorite book by him, even over Fight Club, which it seems everyone talks about. So yeah, I've got her for my help. She's weak. She can't even move like a 3-stack thing of, what is it called? 3-stack thing of gallon milk, which each crate has 6 gallons of milk in it, and she can't even move 18 of those. And I'm sitting there all day moving like 30, like 5 craters a day, and it's really irritating. So my job is really irritating because my boss's boss actually fucking hates my guts for whatever reason, because of the liquor thing, as well as the fact that apparently I lack in customer service for whatever reason. They think I'm not a people person, which I'm kind of not, but at the same, I'm not fucking an idiot when it comes to people. I don't want to waste their time with trivial fucking nonsense. It's like, oh, how's your day going? Oh yeah, oh, so you didn't do anything fun this week? I don't care about that. Like, I'm sorry. If you feel like having a conversation, let's not do it while I'm working. The sole purpose I serve here is to make sure that you're paying for your goddamn food. And it's unbelievable. So he fucking hates me, which basically means I can't get a fucking raise in my job because he hates me. It's gonna be a bias thing. No matter how good I am at my job, he's always gonna fucking hate me unless I pull some goddamn Houdini shit. And so that sucks, which means I'm stuck there for a little bit. I'm hoping as time goes, he'll kind of see, but at the same time, I can't get a raise if my department doesn't look good, and it has to look good for a long amount of time. But now my department can't look good when I'm leaving it in the hands of someone who fucking doesn't care about it. And also the fact that that girl, the creepy bright eyes girl, she also is not very good at a job. Like I said, she puts items to the side of the tag where they need to go. That is, wow, slow down much. Jesus Christ. And it just keeps, it's just shit like that. Also, I've been looking to buy a house. God damn it! I've been trying to buy a house. I've been looking for houses. I've been saving my money like no tomorrow. I've been buying shit, and it's unbelievable that I fucking need credit to get a house. And I can't get any credit because I can't buy a house because I can't get any credit. I have to like show for like an entire year. God damn it. I have to show for an entire year that I am a dependable money payer offer, which is annoying because I can't stand living in this house. I can't record videos. I'm stifled. I can't get any motivation. This comes back to the whole motivational thing. Here we've got the whole light thing. This is what I said kind of reminded me of the Castlevania scheme. We'll use it right over here. It's because there's like the shadows and like the weird purple. It's not like, I don't know why, it's just kind of the weird dark shading and the hues that they put here, which reminds me of Castlevania, but here we go. Light doesn't actually do anything like outside of this place too, so you don't really have to worry about it. So it comes back to the whole thing, how my motivation is completely lost for making videos, which is why you guys have been seeing far less than them. We're gonna need the stone here. So that's kind of a pain in my ass also. Also the fact that people are just losing interest in like rhythm games and this, I don't know, I can kind of feel it in my videos. There's kind of like, I don't really even care. I mean, I do care, but it's just so hard to, because it's so much shit in my life. It's sucking. Like, I've already explained it like a million times, but I just can't enjoy life as it is right now, which just means this is probably gonna be one of the worst years of my life. 2013, year of the turning of 21, is gonna be fucking horrible for me because I just can't enjoy myself. I can't enjoy anything. I can't really, well, I can, but because of all of these reoccurring things, I can't really find the motivation to get like a girlfriend or anything. And I mean, I guess I could, but it comes back to the whole, I don't think I really talked about it. Here we've got the most pointless room in this entire game. We've got this ball here. And basically what this does, when you hold the A button, or I guess the 2 button, you can just go flying around places. It seems really inconsistent as to what you can and can't kill with this, but you can just kind of speed through levels with that, which is kind of cool because it's kind of nice going through with that. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go grab some health real fast, and I'll be right back. Okay, I just went ahead from the arena. I lost my ability in there. I went back and grabbed the high jump because we need it, but here is where we're going to get another high jump because we're going to be facing a familiar face. If you guys have played a Kirby game, you should be more or less familiar with this. So I'm sorry for the lack of videos. Not like any of you really even care, considering nobody watches my videos. I'm just gonna admit that. I mean, yeah, I know clearly you are, and I really can't get across how much I appreciate you, putting up with my bullshit. How my inability to put what I'm thinking of in words adequately enough for you to understand. It's hard for me to communicate with people, if you guys haven't already told, which you probably couldn't have, but it's just kind of, I don't know. I really appreciate it if you guys are watching still. I think this is like 850 videos going on or something, like 3 years plus. I don't know, but hopefully I'll get out of this funk soon. Hopefully I'll watch this one day and I'll be like, oh yes, I've had it so much worse before than I do now. But I think this is literally the low point of my life right now. This is gonna be what I remember as the shittiest year of my life, which means I'm just fucking stuck. Every time I think about my life, I can only imagine, I can only like compare myself to SSOHK PCK. If you guys know Seamus, he had fucking terrible time at Target, and I feel that's exactly what I'm going through right now, which is irritating as hell. But even then, I can't even find solace in making videos. I can't make videos to make myself feel better or to numb the fucking mundanity of my life, which is goddamn horrible. I don't know. This is the only video I'm going to talk about. This next one, I'll probably record when I'm in a better mood and I haven't been drinking. I haven't been drinking. I've been eating vodka-infused gummy bears, though. These things have gotten fucking huge. They're delicious, but I hate how wet they are and moist and slimy. So level 5, Yogurt Yard, will be times of better tellings. Hopefully you guys didn't get annoyed too much by my personal problems. Hopefully I didn't come across as arrogant or annoying or whatever. But next time in Kirby's Adventure or Kirby's Dreamland, we're going to go through the Yogurt Yard. See you guys then.